All right, so astrology time. Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Today is the 1st of April, April Fool's. So I wish this were April Fool's, but this is not an April Fool's. This is a serious astrology today. And we've got our moon, if the moon is going to be in Libra. Passover begins today, and the moon is full at 10:12 p.m. tonight on the East Coast. Now, I wish that the full moon in Libra was going to bring us some peace and understanding and something, but it isn't as long as the inmates are running the asylum. Lunacy is on full display in Washington, D.C. and beyond. Now, I'm going to spare the news, but why is this an ongoing thing? I'm going to explain that because there's an astrological reason for this, that the reactions and stuff that we've been seeing, and we're going to get into that. The moon is trine Pluto today and opposing the planets in Aries. So it's a good day to talk about transforming some of the things that we do, perhaps some of our actions, some of what we're doing creatively to reflect some of the realities around us that we need to address. So, like, for example, not getting any peace out of a nice Libra moon, right? We deserve that peace. We need that peace. We want that peace, but we can't really attain it because we're not the ones in power pulling the levers and the puppet masters. So it seems like a conflict, but it never gets resolved. That moon trine Pluto and opposing the planets in Aries, that seems like a conflict, but it's not going to get resolved. The lack of balance, right, of the moon being opposite the sun and Saturn and Neptune is gonna fuel lots of creativity. It's fuel creativity against what's holding us back from attaining that peace. The effect of these aspects, is one of bewilderment and is resolve. And quite frankly, we're just going to be mad at it, right? The news has got some stuff in there to anger you. And we're angry that things are taking so long to resolve societally. Why hasn't it happened yet? Personally, we can channel some of this to creative uses. Professionally, we need to finish up projects we have started so that when the new moon occurs in Aries, we can start fresh. And today's keyword is like, huh? And the color is tapioca, pearls, and vanilla pudding. Now, I don't know. If I didn't know any better, the narratives that are being fed to us through various forms of social media and actual news outlets would have us believe that America is everything. In fact, the vision of America as being pushed on us is really quite similar to the color of the day. Tapioca, pearls, and vanilla pudding. Okay. If you like that stuff, have at it. However, look, this isn't to be overly political about anything. It's just that the narratives are being construed and skewed in such a way as to just distort the whole basis of what reality actually is. And when you see what they're actually saying and what they're actually doing, that's where that lunacy comes into play. You know, there's a proposed library, the name change for an airport. Silly crap. And it's just beyond. It's not even serious, not with what's going on. It was precipitated basically to cover up something, who knows what, right? Not political. And if you're turned off by the politics of this, I apologize because I'll get to the astrology in a second, okay? Look, when Pluto first entered Aquarius, right? Look, 2 years ago, I outlined what was possible when Pluto entered Aquarius. We're talking about societal change. We're talking about the dissolution of it's an upheaval, and it's the return to power of the people and away from top-down governments. The moneyed classes have bought influence and are altering the course of America, and it's changing it in fundamental ways. Because this should have been a natural progression, and it wasn't. It was gamed. It was bought. It's been continuously eroding and taking away from that, so that it's not possible for us to get to an equilibrium point without a huge flashpoint that will actually sweep away a lot of things. You know, it could have been done at the ballot box in a peaceful fashion, but now it's going to take I don't know what it's going to take. It's going to take something, right? They telegraphed it January 6th a long time ago, right? And now, look, what we got going on is that the complicity of the courts in propping up this travesty of the moneyed classes that have been able to buy undue influence and control things just merely turns up the possibility of violence once Pluto is finally able to complete the assignment of Pluto in Aquarius, and that is bringing about societal change. Waving a flag, holding a Bible is no way for a government for the people, by the people, and of the people to operate, because all the people are not that person holding the Bible and holding the flag. It's everybody. You're the government. You are the leader of everyone. It is minority rule that is villainizing any opposition to it. It's a huge minority too, right? But they've got the backing. They've got the money. It is de facto fascism to try to federalize voter lists and rolls. Okay, I told you I wasn't going to get into the news, but that's a little news item, right? Now, they can't even keep track of the kids in ICE custody. How do you think they will do the task of keeping track of every voter? It's not going to happen. You know, people will lose their votes. Now, it's time to wake up and begin fighting back, okay? We have to. Clever mooncats will use their art to speak truth to power. We no longer have the media doing so. So this full moon should be a return to peace, harmony, and civility. It's not. Don't buy into the lies. Demand the truth. Speaking the truth will get you nowhere at work either, trust me. Don't trust AI either, because the rich control these models, and they are gaming the responses to support their causes and beliefs. I don't have to point any further than one person doing that, right? Mm-hmm. That is correct. Now, I want to just tell you, tonight it's going to take a strong and grounded person to be able to collect and use tonight's lunar energy. Prepare yourself in your space and make sure your intentions are clearly stated. I trust that you will know the way and make your decisions accordingly. Okay, so if you're still with me, congratulations. I love you all, right? That's right. Because we do have to speak this truth sometimes. It just comes up, and if we don't, we're not being authentic to ourselves. And that's why Daily Astrocat has that little byline, astrology for the authentic soul. It's authenticity that we're speaking about right now. We're not speaking about outcomes or anything like. We're not talking about what we want to see or what kind of changes we want. The changes that have to come are changes that are going to allow us personal freedom and to allow us to operate in a high vibrational state without having to worry about, being shot at or bombed or killed in a school or anything like that, right? It's just not where we should be as a society. We should not have to worry about getting sick and not being able to not having the means to take care of yourself, right? It should be available to everybody. It's a basic human right? Housing, medical care, basic human rights. Now, as we get to that, let's see. There you go. I just said it. Okay, so in 1748, the ruins of Pompeii are rediscovered by a Spaniard, Roque Joaquin de Alcubierre. Okay, Joaquin de Alcubierre discovers Pompeii. I wonder if he hit a person first or something like that. I have no idea. That's just creepy to even think about. And our birth, not surprisingly, on this 1st of April, is Rachel Maddow. She's 53 years old. Happy birthday, Rachel. She's born in 1973. She's an American radio and TV personality. You know her from MSNBC. And she was born in Castro Valley, California. And that is all I have for you. Let's recap, shall we? We're going to be cautious making moon water tonight, right? Our color is tapioca, pearls, and vanilla pudding. And the key word is, huh? All right, huh, Shane? All right, I hope that I didn't lose any of you. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Come back for more astrology tomorrow. Today is a 4. Happy astrocatting.